Welcome to Guided, your weekly sanctuary where we blend the wisdom of the Enneagram with the art of intentional living. I'm your host, Evie, and you're so welcome here. Guided is all about helping you, the modern woman, find your flow in a world that's often all hustle and no heart. Whether you're navigating a career pivot, diving into creative pursuits, or just figuring out how to take better care of yourself, Guided is here to support you. This podcast is like a weekly chat with a good friend, one who's passionate about making your life feel good. At Guided, we believe in living with intention, fostering emotional well-being, and finding joy in the everyday. We tackle the big stuff like overthinking, setting boundaries, and avoiding burnout, all while keeping it real and relatable. Think of this as your go-to spot for practical tips, soulful conversations, and a reminder to break free from the grind. So grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's dive in. Thank you for choosing to make Guided a part of your weekly ritual. If you're ready to step into a life of intention and empowerment, then hit that subscribe button and let's get started. Hello, lovely listener, and welcome back to Guided. So far on this season, we have looked at our non-negotiables, jumped into some Enneagram basics, and today we're diving deeper into the Enneagram itself. Also, before I tell you a little bit about today's history, my rescue dog Sophie is in the room with us, so you might hear some gentle snoring. That's just Sophie. Okay, so the history of the Enneagram is fascinating and somewhat mysterious. Its roots can be traced back thousands of years with influences from various spiritual and philosophical traditions. And whilst the exact origins are debated, the modern Enneagram we use today was developed in the 20th century by Oscar Ichazo and Claudio Naranjo, who integrated ancient wisdom with contemporary psychology. How cool! Okay, now let's break down the 9 Enneagram types. As I describe each one, try to see if any resonate with you. Remember, the goal isn't to label or to box you in, but to use this understanding as a tool for greater self-awareness and empathy. And remember, we Enneagram by what we get wrong. If I list only the positive qualities of all 9 Enneagram types, you won't be able to place yourself. We know ourselves by what we get wrong. So when I am talking through the shadow side, the more what we would attribute negative qualities of each Enneagram type, see which one you really notice in your gut or makes you maybe flush red with embarrassment, or where you go, yeah, that sounds like me. That's where I get stuff wrong. Notice for that as well, because that is so important to be able to come face to face with where we get stuff wrong is the jumping off point for doing this work. If you can't get serious and you can't get real about where you make mistakes, you're going to really struggle to use the Enneagram at all. Let's jump in with type 1, the reformer. So reformers are principled, purposeful, and perfectionistic, and not in a cute way. They have a strong sense of right and wrong and strive to improve themselves and the world around them. Type 2, the helper. Helpers are caring and generous and people-pleasing. They are empathetic and often put others' needs before their own, seeking love and appreciation in return. Type 3, the achiever. Achievers are success-orientated. They're adaptable and image-conscious. They are driven to excel and often shapeshift to fit the expectations of others, seeking validation through their accomplishments, and their accomplishments alone, often. Type 4, the individualist. Individualists are sensitive, introspective, and expressive. They value authenticity more than any other Enneagram type and are often drawn to the arts, seeking to understand their unique identity and emotions. Type 5, the investigator. Investigators are perceptive, innovative, and secretive. They are analytical and often retreat to their minds, seeking knowledge and understanding to feel secure. Type 6, the loyalist. Now, loyalists are committed, responsible, and anxious. They value security and support, often anticipating potential problems and seeking guidance and reassurance from others. Type 7, the enthusiast. Enthusiasts are spontaneous and versatile and scattered. They're fun-loving and adventurous, seeking new experiences to avoid pain and boredom. These guys invented FOMO, okay? Type 8, the challenger. Challengers are self-confident, decisive, and confrontational. They value strength and control, often taking charge, and love to stand up for themselves and others. And finally, type 9, the peacemaker. Peacemakers are easygoing, they're accommodating, and complacent. They seek harmony and avoid conflict, often merging with others' desires just to keep the peace. As you listened to those descriptions, you might find yourself identifying with aspects of multiple types. That's perfectly normal. That is part of the Enneagram. The Enneagram recognizes that we are complex beings with a mix of personality traits, but each of us tend to have a dominant type that shapes our core motivations and fears. Now, if you've been listening to the podcast, a few weeks ago, I shared that we move to a different type when we're stressed, and we move to another type when we're very, very healthy. And so often you might hear yourself in the stressed or very healthy types as well as your dominant type. And I'd be really, really interested to see if that's happening today. If you're unsure of your Enneagram type, don't worry, I have got you covered. You can take my free Enneagram quiz if you just scroll down in the show notes, which is designed to help you discover your dominant type. This quiz is quick, it's easy, and provides you with valuable insights into your personality. It's going to point you towards one of the Enneagram type. And you'll find the link to this quiz in the show notes, so be sure to check it out. You could pause the podcast before you start or try it out as the end, as you probably will need to have space to think and answer. And for those who want a more in-depth understanding of their Enneagram type, I offer personalized blueprint typing sessions. In these one-to-one 60-minute sessions, we dive deeper into your unique characteristics, motivations, and growth paths. It's a fantastic opportunity to get tailored guidance and clarity on your type. And if you're interested, you can book a session through the link provided in the show notes as well. Blueprint typing sessions are just some of my favorite sessions to lead. I love helping you uncover the true you and guiding you on your path to empowerment and authenticity. It is such a privilege. So how can the Enneagram be used for personal growth then? Say you've landed on your type and you're wondering what's next. Well, the beauty of the Enneagram lies in its depth. It not only highlights our strengths, but also brings to light our blind spots and areas for growth. By understanding our main Enneagram type, we can become more aware of our automatic patterns and make conscious choices to act in a more constructive and even fulfilling way. For example, I'm a type 1. And over the past 7 years, I have learned to soften my very loud inner critic and learn to embrace. A type 2 client that I'm working with is learning the beauty in setting healthy boundaries and practicing self-care regularly. This is where we see personal growth really take off. And we remember that it is an ongoing journey. It requires patience and compassion and a willingness to honestly look at ourselves. But the rewards are immense. Greater self-awareness, deeper connection with others, and a more authentic and empowered life just by showing up and doing a little bit of work. It's a yes from me. As we continue through the series, we are going to delve deeper into each Enneagram type in more detail. And we're going to explore their unique challenges and growth paths. We're going to land on practical tools and exercises to help you apply these insights in your daily life. But if you want a little bit more right now, I would love for you to check out the blog this week. I think you'll find it really interesting and hopefully really, really helpful. Before we wrap up, I just wanted to remind you that if you haven't discovered your type yet, take my free quiz. It's linked in the show notes. It's such a great jumping off point for your journey. And if you're looking for that deeper, more personalized understanding, don't forget to book on for a blueprint typing session with me. Together, we can explore your unique traits and discover your healing opportunities. As always, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next week. And just quickly, before you go, I wanted to just take a moment to personally invite you to something really special that's coming up in October. It's my seasonal reset online class, The Art of Letting Go. So as we begin to move deeper into autumn, the leaves are starting to come off the trees. It really is the perfect time to pause and reflect, reset. The natural cycles of the seasons offer us this absolutely beautiful reminder that letting go of what no longer serves us is completely necessary for growth and expansion. And this is why I've created this class, to help you step into that energy of release, to make space for the life you're truly aligned with. So in this online class, we are going to explore how to intentionally shed old patterns, beliefs, and energies that might have been holding you back so far this year. And this isn't just a one-size-fits-all approach. We are going to incorporate the wisdom of the Enneagram using personalized guidance and actionable steps so that you can let go with ease and grace. This class is for you if you're ready to release what's weighing you down, ready to reconnect to your inner self and move into a season of growth with renewal, clarity, and confidence. If you've been feeling a little stuck or overwhelmed, or maybe you've simply just been craving that fresh start the beginning of the academic year can offer us, this is totally your moment, okay? I'm going to be guiding you through with a gentle and supported process that will leave you feeling lighter and clearer and more aligned with your purpose. This class will take place on the 28th of October. It begins at 7 p.m. and a recording will be sent out after the class finishes. Let's step into this season together, ready to let go and grow. I'm so excited to see you there. If Guided the podcast resonated with you, why not share it on your socials or send it to your friends? And if you have a spare moment, I would love it if you could leave me a review. These small gestures are free and they're invaluable in helping me amplify the reach of Guided the podcast, connecting us with more empowered women who are eager to increase their well-being. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to stay in the loop with our latest episodes. By subscribing, you'll stay connected and receive a weekly dose of inspiration directly to your inbox. Thank you for being a part of our community, for showing up, and for your commitment to personal growth and self-discovery. Until next time, take care of yourself, stay curious, and keep exploring the depths of your own inner wisdom.